see it. It is dark, but a light so beautiful. I devote myself to the great truth, to stray from darkness and meet the light. For wonder and wisdom, I serve my Lord. I serve my Lord. I serve my Lord. I serve my Lord.
Welcome back everyone to Vita Carnis. As you all know, I am a huge fan of this show, and so far we have actually watched every single episode together on this channel. And with the release of the season 2 finale, I wanted to compile all of my reactions into one single video to give you guys the full story, including all of my theories. But before we get into the video, you guys gotta do me a huge favor and check out Darian Quilloy, the original creator of Vita Carnis, and subscribe to their channel so we can hopefully get a season 3 in the future. With that said, here is Vita Carnis Season 2. Here we have it, Vita Carnis New Beginnings. Now, I haven't actually seen anything from this video so far, so we're just gonna go straight into it. Full screen, full HD, and we're ready. Warning, this video talks about and shows imagery of graphics content like flashing, gore, violence, death, viewers. Oh, interesting. So they're actually giving us warnings now in the start of it? So the last thing, whoa!
Today something has happened within the restricted zone, where a large group of cultists have been apprehended. Several teams of military personnel...
Military veteran Simon Vanguard? Isn't that like the anti-cheat? Found to be head of the secret organization. Simon was arrested during the raid on the mall, where the man found leading high-risk ranking cult members in a naturalistic sacrifice. Custody of Simon was transferred over to the police by Carcass, yeah, where he will face trial for his crimes. I remember the last episode that we saw was actually where they infiltrated the mall where these giant figures were. They ran into the mall and then they found the cult, and then that's where like season 1 ended.
Several teams of military personnel have arrested some high-ranking cultists and have unmasked their identities to the public. Shockingly, several of these members are well-renowned politicians and high-ranking members.
It's always politicians. It's always politicians that does Epstein Island? Honestly, it's always politicians and like high-profile celebrities that does like weird shit.
Of the atrocities that were being committed. Some of these crimes include
murder, kidnapping, torture.
Kidnapping, torture.
Simon Vanguard.
Sacrifice. And the list goes on.
The members are found guilty of deliberately providing false information to the public in an attempt to cause harm.
The new Trier company has been found to have very significant ties with cult activity.
Company has a dark secret. Yeah, that was the flavors they would put on products, right?
Cultivation farms are facing pressure to shut down.
Public unrest grows as the new Trier cult case.
Mimic left unchecked.
More crimes that were hidden away to light.
The people are outraged by how little was actually being done.
They demand that something be done to handle the Carcass.
Still on the run?
Here in the streets,
Fire's out of control as riots continue? Secret world order. What is going on? Yeah, this was the last thing that we saw. The last thing we saw was this orb before the first season cut.
Welcome to Magister's Wonder Show. I am the Magister.
Yo, hey Magister.
Ready to explore all of the world's wonders.
Are we gonna talk about more? Wait, what was there a secret right there?
All of the world's wonders.
There's an entity? Let me show you guys. There is literally Sonic. Sonic is on my screen, hidden in the lower right side of the video. Sonic is right there.
Today, we are learning about the circle of life.
Oh, this right to that. Oh! That reminds me of that one episode from like Adventure Time, where it's like Circle of Life. Dr. Marshall Trant, Director of Carcass, Progress Report, what was it? Vita Carnis. I don't remember what Vita Carnis was.
Test report number 4. We still know very little about the nature of the entities. There are 7 singularities in total. Each singularity is roughly 1 meter in diameter. They are made of an unknown material, although it looks and feels very similar to glass.
What's inside of it, though?
To sample it in fear
What's
of
inside of it,
potential damage. The material is very dark in color, but has red shimmers of light swirling inside. There are some hints of other colors present, but it's mostly
red.
by the red.
Isn't it just like reversal
Each entity
technique?
hovers above the ground in a stationary position, although they can be moved with relative ease.
They all just
Our
hover.
equipment can detect some subtle pulses of energy in rhythmic but random patterns.
Interesting. They're giving off a frequency as well. They're making some sort of noise. What if they're trying to communicate with each other, right? If they give off some sort of frequency, maybe they try to like warn them, or like if it's some sort of like signal. It's laughing! It's literally laughing at us!
We don't know what they are. We don't know if it is breathing or communicating. We don't even truly know if they are even organic. This is nothing new, just confirming what we already know.
Yeah.
Our first experiments didn't give any interesting leads. The most we
Oh
got
my
was
God,
some
dude.
interference with electronics, especially when there is more than one kept close together. But the experiment we conducted showed extremely significant results. The experiment played out like this. In test chamber 1, a live cow was released into the chamber with V1 for an extended period.
V1, is that gonna be the
They were
thing?
left together for 24 hours. The test showed minimal results from the entity and an increase in stress from the cow.
Yeah.
Next, the body of a cow was put into the chamber with V1 for 24 hours. The results were extraordinary.
So you can grow matter, right? You grow matter. It's kind of like a catalyst, basically. What? So it grows tendrils. It basically turns them into like, what was it? The roots that you can eat, right?
5 hours after the whole body had been ingested, concentrations of crawl rapidly
Crawl,
grew
yeah.
from several points from within the chamber. What this could mean, it rewrites everything we knew about the Vita Carnis species.
So wait, so this round sphere here is basically transforming organic matter into crawl. But if that means that this bowl turns organic matter into crawl that we have been eating human beings, we have eaten like animals and beings and insects and everything, because crawl, as far as I remember, was the one thing that they would turn into food, right? The taste thingy, right? You could eat crawl by putting like the taste thingy on it, so it would taste better, because crawl tasted like garbage. So they're basically telling us right now that crawl comes from organic matter, animals, and human beings.
"5 hours after the whole body had been ingested, concentrations of crawl rapidly grew from several points from within the chamber. What this could mean, it rewrites everything we knew about the Vita Carnis species."
Allow the crawl to grow out.
Crawls grow out.
First, a young larva hatches from within its egg. It will roam around and find food to help it grow and grow. Once they are big enough, they transform into a pupa, and after some more time, they transform into an adult beetle. The adult beetle will go out into the world in search of food.
In search of what? Crawl specialist, head cultist, and then you have Skander Carvis? What is Skander Carnis?
Audio log. Progress report for crawl samples. Cultivation has been successful. So far, we grew them with 3 specific environmental factors. 1 is our control group, 2 with access to additional nutrition sources, and 3 with exposure to radio signals.
Oh my god.
Group
Oh
1
my.
grew on par with standard crawl samples. No distinct abnormalities.
Group 2?
Group 2 grew at a faster pace than the control group.
Yeah,
as
because you have
expected.
nutrients, right?
No distinct abnormalities.
Yeah, because you have, like, a food source right there, yeah. That makes sense.
Group 3 grew against its normal pattern, weaving its way toward the radio. Once the device was claimed, it switched to usual growth patterns.
Interesting.
Again, no distinct abnormalities.
But it seems like you got way more coal out of
In
this one where it goes for the
conclusion,
radio.
The samples that were grown in V1's test chamber don't seem to differ from others grown from other sources. Still, we will continue with more factors and further groups, just in case. There have been some developments in the propagation group. V1 samples have seemingly been able to produce nodules at a slightly quicker rate than wild samples.
Right, those are the small things that they keep as animals, right?
Samples begin node development a few days faster. More
Yeah.
time will be needed to say for sure. As for the nodes themselves, there aren't any distinct abnormalities. We've successfully hatched a dozen Carnish juveniles, several trimmings, two meat snakes, and even one mimic. We will be sending them to the enclosures after everyone's reports get sent out. End log.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
And then is ground into a fine mince and is now ready for the garden.
Yeah, that's like the problem, because they eat trimmings, right? Trimming specialist, Dr. Fawn Penitro?
Audio log. Progress report for trimming colony. Significant progress in learning the social patterns of a group of trimmings we have been keeping together. A new batch of juveniles were added to the main colony at the beginning of the new progress report. They were accepted into the community immediately. No conflict or rejection observed.
Nice.
They did provide the circumstances to document more of their interactions.
Oh
Trimmings
my
communicate
god.
through a series of vocal cues. Colony members meeting the new batch with squeaks and squeals. They also are not afraid to show us when they are upset.
God.
Trimmings also use some physical displays as well.
How
For
so?
example,
How so?
Trimmings do a chewing or chatter motion with their mouths when they are happy or interested in something. The experiment that we performed was to explore the extent of their communication skills. The test went like this. We took one of the trimmings and had them in place in a modified enclosure. A speaker would play two separate audio cues. A positive cue would play, followed by a treat, and a negative cue, followed by a small spray of cold water.
Okay. So you're like
We did
conditioning it.
several rounds of both audio cues to condition the trimming's response.
Yeah. So it knows now. Yeah, so it has been conditioned. But what's their ultimate goal like? Oh my god! Jesus Christ, dude! It seems like they're actually being heard. Are they actually being heard by that?
After the test, the trimming was released back to its colony. And after a few hours, we tested how much the trimmings communicated. Another speaker was placed near the colony's enclosure, where we played the same audio cues.
Oh!
It is incredible.
So they
See
know.
how layered their social interactions can be.
So they can actually communicate and tell each other like what they learn and what they know.
We tried something a bit bizarre. We found out that a wild colony had settled around the facility recently. It was strange
What was strange?
what we did. It was a long shot. We set up a radio device near the wild colony and near ours.
So you tried to like make them communicate with each other.
We linked both devices up and played the cues.
Wait, so even Even trimmings that they had never communicated with before knows the good and the bad conditionings, right? You say that you linked up a radio so you could like play the cues outside. So that means that the interactions or like the hive mind? It could be a hive mind, right?
Played the cues.
It must be some sort of hive connected minds, yeah, exactly.
There's many dangers out there in the world. There are many predators that would love to have beetles for a snack. And unfortunately, not all beetles make it. Yes, it is sad, but that's how the circle of life works. But look, one of the beetles has laid eggs. And once the beetle's eggs hatch...
And then the circle of life continues again, yeah.
Life continues on.
Is that it? Dude, I want more already! The fact that they basically tell you that Crawl can literally be like carcasses, like remains of animals and human beings is so interesting. Because then like all of the episodes we have seen regarding eating trimmings as a snack or as a meal or just anything like that is actually insane. Do they have anything else? Do they have like anything on their profile? Anything like to end it off? Oh yes. And this fella soon. Have we been visited by a little mimic in here? I should definitely get him to my collection. I want to get myself a little mimic. The most unrealistic part of the video is that politicians were actually arrested. Yeah, you're actually kind of right about that, to be honest. So what we have learned is they only have... It is possible, it's a possibility singularities are like markers from dead space. They transform the dead into growth that eventually spawns various monsters. In my honest opinion, the last step in the Carnis cycle is giving birth to a new singularity. That's interesting. 3 important things to take away from here. The trimmings are red. One of the trimmings learned something and secretly shared this knowledge with its comrades. The trimming among others is being kept in a research facility. I wonder where it's gonna go from here, if they just keep on experimenting on it, or if like we're gonna be introduced to like more species. But this is a very good start. This is a really interesting start.
Here's me, little guy. For a second there, I thought you were the real thing.
So we actually have a few videos. There is a makeshift promo and another makeshift promo, but I want to go for this one first before we actually do anything else. This video talks about and shows imagery of graphics concepts like, flashing lights, gore, violence, and death. We're gonna wait and see what happens.
Now, only the most beautiful, only the most unique specimens.
Oh, so it's like a talent show of trimmings.
Fossils hidden on the earth, and plenty make their way into rivers and streams. You can look for them too.
The fossils? Wait. We have Dr. Asrim Griffin, meat snake specialist, recreation project manager, progress report. So it's 1900s, okay?
Audio log. Progress report on the meat snake recreation project. From our previous report, the juvenile meat snake we selected was grown in a standard captivity cell until maturity. The specimen we had selected was now an acceptable size for the project to begin.
Oh my god! Holy shit. Yeah, I remember the meat snake takes the cranium.
Twice a day, we fed it fresh meat, scraps, roadkill, making sure that it received the necessary materials like bones and
oh my god, that's actually terrifying. I remember the meat snake would take like the skull of the first animal that they would devour.
Specimen's mood mellowed out. The usual intimidation display was now a patient eagerness. It seems that the specimen now understands that we are feeding it. 11 days into feeding, the specimen has slowed down immensely.
In what way?
It has also been occasionally rejecting food. It looks like we have been overwhelming it, not giving it enough time to properly digest and implement the material. Feeding has been reduced to once a day, but with an increase of portion size. 19 days into feeding, The meat snake has almost shut down entirely. It no longer reacts to.
So it doesn't want to eat anything else?
It still.
Do you think it's transforming? Is it transforming into something else?
A makeshift mechanism was made to help the feeding.
Oh my god. Do you think it knows? We saw in the previous video that the trimmings was like communicating with each other using like the clicks in different languages. But do you think that the meat snake actually knows that it's being trapped and being kind of like experimented on, which is the reason why it's not gonna eat? Because I'm pretty sure that the meat snake, the more the meat snake eats, the bigger it actually gets. So what is the reason for it not eating? What's the purpose of it? If it keeps on eating, it gets larger and larger, and then it can kind of like break out of the facility. But if it doesn't eat, they don't evolve, do they? Do they actually evolve?
Process. Favorable results have begun to show. The hue of the specimen's skin has been turning shades darker. Sampling period seems to be approaching sooner than expected. Day 21 into feeding. The specimen has reached all the required criteria to begin sampling. We managed to obtain a skin patch.
Oh, a skin patch of what?
Managed to obtain a skin patch.
A skin patch of what? You got a skin patch of it?
We began with cold resistance. The typical meat snake skin can hold its integrity up to negative 30 degrees Celsius.
Oh my god,
the
that is like...
sample survived down to negative 100 degrees.
So it doesn't break? Even if it's frozen down to negative 30, it doesn't break apart? If you have like a human being or like an animal being frozen to that, if you snap their arm off, you literally actually snap their arm off.
The specimen sample survived down to negative 100 degrees, even maintaining flexibility.
Oh my god.
Next, the heat resistance test. The sample was able to withstand impressive temperatures.
So it's impenetrable?
We were only able to bring the temp up to 3,000 degrees Celsius before we had to bring in new equipment.
3,000? So...
We used some welding equipment and determined that the sample's limit was capped at around 5,000 degrees Celsius.
5,000 Celsius. So you can only defeat it with a welder.
Testing was interrupted by a peculiar event with the specimen. Personnel during the routine feeding found that the meat snake had escaped its restraints.
That's why it stopped eating. It actually understood. Because if it started like shrinking, it would grow out of the restraints and then it could actually escape. So they actually understand. They are actually smarter than what we think.
Personnel during the routine feeding found that the meat snake had escaped its restraints by performing mitosis.
Okay, I'm completely off. Wait. Mitosis means that we have more meat snakes, right? Mitosis means that it's like duplicating. So you have 2 additional meat snakes waiting to like break out of their cocoons?
The 2 organisms were simply wandering the lab at the time. The project has been halted for now, and the 2 meat snakes have been moved back into their original enclosure.
Oh my god.
We are preparing more tests at the start of the new process report. End log.
So, if you guys remember from like the previous season, there was this one giant meat snake underground. So that means that all other meat snakes could literally come from that big motherfucker down below. Because meat snakes, as far as I remember from season 1, is actually kind of rare. You don't really like stumble upon them every now and then. But if you had that giant meat snake at the bottom of the tunnel, it could do mitosis and then make other models of itself, so you get more and more meat snakes. But what's the purpose then? I mean, the purpose is to like annihilate the human race. So the meat snakes would just go around and do that if they were smart enough, but weren't they stupid? Didn't we verify in season 1 that trimmings were stupid, but now we know that they can communicate? Mimics are super smart. Meatworms are kinda right? They're like in between. They're like neutral. They're not stupid, but they're also not like super smart.
You can make your own sieve at home. The mesh will catch large debris, allowing smaller things to pass through. But you can add more layers with different mesh to catch more things.
Oh, that's the fossils that they talked about in the start.
Lovely contestants so far.
Raisin?
But there can only be one winner. And this year's winner is...
Princess!
Patty!
So if this is like a beauty pageant for trimmings, that is not beautiful. If we go back to the start, you have bean, which is like, bean is kinda okay. And you have like raisin, which is, this is horrifying. This is actually like, this trimming is about to evolve into something different. Text. The quality. No, dude. The quality. Dude, yo, 144. Guys, if you can read this in 144p, I will personally give you $100. There is no way we can read this. The quality and like the pixel reduction before it. The pixel reduction here is gonna like reduce all of the pixels, so we literally cannot see what it says. Mimic. Oh,
this is my audio report for this month's progress, albeit a little bit late by a few months. Anyways, it's been a bit slow, but there have been some fascinating findings. I guess I'll start with the juveniles. Feisty fellas, already chock full of hunting instinct. Their hunting patterns are similar to other ambush predators.
Yeah.
They will wait and then catch their prey with the element of surprise. They prefer to hunt prey smaller than themselves, stuff they can take down easily. But once they are older, they start getting a little cockier.
A little? Yo, Princess just want to play a little bit, guys. Yo, look at him. Look at that little goober. He's just curious. He just wants to play a little bit, guys. Are you a good boy? Are you a good boy? L.
But they have the killing technique to back it up. They usually aim for the throat or neck to deliver a kill as fast as possible. But once they metamorphosize into their adult form, it's harder to determine their patterns.
It's props, YouTube. It's props. All of this is props. It might seem a little bit too much, but it's props.
The juveniles we do manage to get into their adult form don't last very long. They simply hide away, rejecting all food we provide.
Yeah, because they have to hunt.
Only eat human flesh.
They have to hunt. The thrill of the hunt.
We have all died to starvation.
It's the same with, like, you know, predator animals, right? Predator animals, they live for, like, the thrill of the hunt. If you keep giving, like, raw meat to a tiger or a lion or something, they will start to be depressed. They'll start to, like, stop eating. They won't socialize. They'll literally starve to death because they have to, like, go through the thrill of the hunt. They have to, like, hunt their own prey in order to, like, give them dopamine in the end. And I feel like that's kind of like the same here with the mimic. If you don't let the mimic hunt and actually get its own nutritions from its own prey, it's just gonna literally like wither away.
The best candidates for research are the ones we capture out in the wild. They last longer, most likely due to them already having food and nutrients in their systems.
Yeah.
It's not something I dwell on too often. I am thankful for the ones they bring in for me. We got several adults, even a few humanoid ones.
Oh! Yo, guys, that's just Jerry. Jerry's actually kind of chill, though. If you guys like Jerry, type 1 in chat. Jerry's actually kind of chill, not gonna lie, dude.
We got several adults.
He just want to get a beer. He just want to have a lot of time. He's Crazy Dave? A little bit.
We're able to understand a bit of how they work before they eventually whittle away.
Yeah.
The hunting tactics of the adult forms change drastically from their previous form. Hunting now takes much longer as they observe and watch their prey. They are very cautious, waiting for the best opportunity. They take advantage of anything they can to get an upper hand.
Oh yeah, I remember from the earlier season.
Nowadays is climbing inside of furniture. Freshly metamorphosed adults are roughly 160 centimeters in height, but can fold themselves tightly into small spaces. One was even found inside one of those old-fashioned mannequins. And older adults still fit exceptionally well in tight places.
So inside a cupboard?
We didn't even know they could do this until the late 70s. They weren't even called mimics then. They were called, butchers. They changed it because its name better matched the description of characters in some kid's board game. Anyways, the hunting tactics beyond this are confusing to say the least. All depictions of their patterns have been wrong in one way or another.
Is he under the bed now, or is he still inside?
Announcement in '86, they keep changing it. In reality, it is almost completely random. Each case in the wild is different, and it's hard to determine why in captivity. Plus, human testing is a no-go. Even though I volunteered myself, I feel so close to figuring it out. Anyways, I'm getting ahead of myself. The next stages are even harder to... Wait, How long do these tapes have to be?
Oh, is he done? Oh, come on, man. I want to know more about the Mimic.
Look, this one would have fallen through our first sift.
Oh.
There are plenty of other fun things you can find as well.
Teeth, bones, shells.
My sieve isn't working.
Looks.
That is Mulch Gang for life, guys!
Oh no. My sieve isn't working.
My sisters and brothers of the loam, it is I, Mulch Gang for life!
Yep, I can't wait for mulch. Please, just hurry and give me some.
As well.
Oh no. My sieve isn't working.
That is straight up either Car or Mulch Gang for life.
Looks like there's a hole in your mesh. Make sure your mesh isn't damaged, or else something might slip through.
Like what? Make sure that there is no hole in your security, otherwise someone might slip through. Footage of the incident, which V1... B1 Ultra Kill. B1 but involuntarily the cleanup team in test chamber 1. Just like he said, make sure that there are no gaps in your in your net, in your security. That's from the first episode. That's from the first one. I remember this orb, yeah. Is something gonna manifest? Is something gonna manifest out of the crawl?
What happened?
My leg's tied. It's bad. It's bad. I'm bleeding.
What do I do?
I can't reach.
What do I do?
Help me down, please. Please.
We need medical assistance in test chamber 1. Stay calm. Help is on the way. Just try to stay
Damn
still.
it. Oh, God.
Do you think the crawl got him? Or like the trimmings? The crawl, yeah.
Alright, we're here. We're going to help you. Lower the ladder slowly. This is going to hurt. Okay, hold still. Ready? Now!
What's happening?
Oh, it's unstable.
Get him out of here now. Get him out.
Do you think he got caught in the crawl? Do you think it was maybe trying to like ingest him or eat him? Maybe he got trapped in the crawl because the orb was trying to like eat him, like, you know, use him as sustenance. And when they started cutting into the crawl, that is when he started freaking out. I went frame by frame, but they don't have any secrets. There's like no secrets in there. I saw a couple of flashes, but I thought it was gonna be any secrets. Oh my god, that's it? That's it! Guys, I can't wait until the next episode, dude. I feel like every single episode so far just expand with more lore and more story. And so, wait, since we heard about trimmings the first time, and we heard about the meat snake and the worm, next time, and the mimic, next time we're gonna hear about the trappers, right? Hold on, so we've heard about the crawl, where the orb is, the trimmings, the meat snake, the mimic. So next time, we will hear about the harvester, the host of influence. Monolith is gonna be too much because they're like, what, 30, 50, 100 meters tall? But I feel like that's where the story's going next. Maybe they're gonna tell us about the harvesters and what they can do. Like if they can be used as some sort of like weapon, or if they can like transform them, if they can like do any kind of like experiments on them. I feel like this is super interesting. Let's check out the plushies real quick. We got the Mimic plush. Tape recovered from a home after noise complaints. Oh my cha. Oh, you can't just scare me like that. Jesus Christ, man. Oh my god, that's not even funny. Dude. Oh, it's a little guy. Yo!
For a second there, I thought you were the real thing.
I think I pooped my pants, Chad. I'm not really sure. I think I had a little bit of an accident.
You'll end up like this. Try getting the makeshift plush version instead. Slightly guaranteed not to rip your meat off your
Slightly. I should definitely.
Now available for a limited time at makeshift.com.
I should definitely have gotten this one to save myself from mimics, Chad. I feel like I kind of missed out.
Don't worry if you can't get one. Simply watching this video is plenty of support already.
I feel like I kind of missed out. I should definitely have gotten one.
Let's just say you are in for a spooky surprise.
Oh! They got. Wait, I'm wondering if they have more after this. Let me check it out. Did I miss it? No, it's sold out! Ended October 6th. I'm 14 days too late, guys. Guys, I kind of messed up. I'm 14 days too late, but I can still get the Harvester. Let's check out the Harvester, though, and see what they got to offer. What does the Harvester have for me? Flashing lights and spooky images.
For the month of October, you are in for a spooky surprise. For Makeshift's Halloween event, the Harvester comes to you in the form of a plushie. Now you can have the Harvester all for yourself. Just don't try to do
Don't touch it.
The Harvester plushie comes with a little set of bat wings as well, since it's spooky time after all.
Don't touch the Harvester, guys. It's a bad idea.
For a limited time at makeshift.com.
Do they have more?
Link
Is there more?
in the description below.
Oh, I thought there was gonna be more, actually.
All the entities are freaking out. The system can't handle all of this. Turn off the power. Sir, do it.
Here we are, Vita Carnis First Contact. So the last episode basically ended off with, again, the orb basically evolving or killing the guards or something like that. So we're gonna find out what happens exactly now after what happened last time, right? Wait, what's happening? What's going on? Is that a secret message? What's going on? What's going on? Oh yes, okay, what's going on? Overload.
The system can't handle all of this. Turn off the power.
What's going on?
Sir, do it.
This is the first time that the orb has reacted this way, right? We have seen it, like, crawl, evolving from the orb, and it, taking over cows and, digesting animals, right? I'm pretty sure that we saw that in the first episode. Oh, we're back to, the...
It is called...
I'm sorry, what's going on? So we have some animals, some birds. So this is where the trimmings, the location of the trimmings. National Research. Trimmings, ? There's a... Aliens. Devil? That's the orb. So the orb is the devil. And something about the trimmings on Earth.
It is called the electromagnetic spectrum.
Backup power is now
Stabilized. Okay, what does that mean?
Check the damage and get me eyes down there.
Entering the chamber.
Oh no, that's a... But it killed a guard, right? The orb killed a guard in the previous episode. So it's gonna be unstable.
Entity seems much more active now.
It's unstable. It's unstable.
Sir, come in. Sir. I can't tell what you're saying, sir. Please respond.
No, it's like jamming. It's jamming the signals.
What the hell? I can't hear you clear enough. Get out of there! Move out! No!
Oh, we're watching what happened, right? We're watching what happened in the previous episode. Christ, man! Can you stop jump scaring me like that? Something trimmings. Trimmings, some documents. That's the meat snake. We have a house, a location. Something. Wait, this is like from all the previous episodes. This is from season 1, isn't it? All of this. Yeah, basically the Carnis, the Vita Carnis itself is taking over Earth.
The waves reach the antennae and translate it into sound.
Summary of the incident. Okay, so what happened? Because I still don't understand why it was freaking out like that. The cleaner had been caught in between the steps of the ladder and snapped their... So, the femur breaker, besides unusual bruising and clotting, the cleaner is now stable. At the time of the injury, B1 began to become irritated and extremely active. No personnel were injured following the initial attack. During inspection of the test chamber 1, one of the guards handheld transceivers began to experience interference. So that's why we're talking about AM and FM radio. Sounds that came from the transceiver were chaotic and random, but there were some of the lines of coherent speech from both Dr. Trados and what seems to be the entity. So that was what we heard before they were like, get out. Dr. Trados came up with an experiment to test the hypothesis. He had the device connected to the test chamber in an attempt to communicate with the entity.
Hello. Can you hear me? Can you understand what I am saying? Can you hear? Holy shit.
Oh my god, it's actually...
What now? What should I say?
It's alive. It's live. It's understanding.
What are you? What are you?
Everything.
Let's try something else.
The handheld device was switched to one of the devices used for trimming testing, an alarm clock radio.
Can you still hear us? Okay.
12? Wait, is it Morse code?
What are you?
Are Venom. We to you? What do you mean we to you?
Can you explain?
Oh, it's because it's we, it's multiple. Hive mind! Didn't we... Didn't we talk about... We talked about this in the trimmings video, right? Where trimmings from the inside and the outside communicated with each other. So we have verification right now that it is some sort of hive mind. That all of the Vita Carnis are connected in one way. What a trimming see, what a mimic sees, what is it, monarch? Everything is connected, so they know everything, they see everything, they feel everything.
What are your connections to the Vita Carnis species?
Made to life, made to figures? So he's talking about the Vita Carnis living, right? So they just wanna... They live on Earth. They live on Earth, feed on humans in order to grow. They want to live their life. So they're kind of like an invasive species, since they are, you know, found on Earth, invading Earth. That is literally what it's telling us. Vita Carnis exist to live, to grow, to eat, to exist. They're made to be alive. They're made to feel. People dancing. You know, human emotions. Human needs. No, I understand entirely. Why is he like, these are too vague? I understand, like, maybe I'm over exaggerating or like over analyzing, but it feels like Vita Carnis is here to exist, to I don't believe live by your side. It's the food chain, right? We went through the food chain in one of the previous videos where, you know, if humans are stupid, they die. If Vita Carnis are stupid, they die. So, and we even saw that people were eating crawl. People were eating crawl and trimmings, and so it's just the cycle of what the f is that Adventure Time episode? The cycle of life, the life cycle, right? You eat the trimmings, the mimic eats you, the mimic is eaten by something else, and then rinse and repeat.
Do you know why you are here?
Captured.
Did you hear us?
Captured. Hostage.
We aren't getting anywhere.
Curious, okay.
What?
You're here.
Are you talking about the radios?
Yes. Exactly.
Radios transmit and receive waves and translate it into sound.
So it knows, it understands, right? You want more radios?
Do you want more radios?
What if it gets smarter? What if it gets smarter the more radios you give it? Bigger radio. Bigger radio. Ah! Jesus Christ, man! Anyways, let's analyze those images real quick. So, yeah, that's right. Trimmings does not become a mimic. Those are the trimmings, and we have... No, that's the crawl. Sorry, crawl doesn't become... And then we have meat snake, and... yeah, all of this is from Season 1. We know all about this. We remember all about this.
Even the color you see and the sounds you hear.
Wait. So either it speaks in colors or it speaks in audio waves. Like, speaking in colors sounds extremely messed up, but speaking in audio waves makes way more sense. If they speak in noise that can be captured by AM, FM radio, that sounds perfectly normal in some case, because, you know, everything is audio waves. But speaking in colors is just... I don't buy that. I don't really buy that. It would have to change colors as well. Like, the red orb would literally have to switch hues in order to speak in colors.
Sir, is it really in our best interest to give these things what they want? We don't even know what they're looking for.
I understand your concern, but this is the biggest breakthrough we have ever gotten. This may be the...
This is what?
This may even be the greatest breakthrough of all history. Representatives of the UN will be arriving in just a few days to see our progress. This is too important to stop now.
This is what it hears.
Just something massive. If the representatives are impressed, we get the funding to see how far this can go. So... for now, you and the team go and get the orbs if they want. Keep making reports, but keep them quick. We need to learn as much as we can in this short time frame.
Yes, sir.
So that was what the... For all future tests with the singularities, there will be a radio with a speaker present to allow communication for the entities as well as personnel to ask questions. But does that mean that every single Vita species, Vita Carnis, can speak through radios? 1992, during test setup, we were able to capture singularities communicating to each other. We are working to decipher, but as of now, we are unable to understand what was said. Sometime. V1 was giving several different electrical devices. We attempted to communicate with more. We couldn't communicate more with it, but it didn't speak very often. Only singular words out loud, not directed towards anyone. It was more interested with the devices than our questions. There's a fly in this room, dude. I'm about to murder that bitch. Tests and questions were repeated with the other singularities. Each singularity acted differently than the other ones and gave different answers for the questions. Although there were a few common factors that each shared, each one has a fascination with electronic devices, especially radio. They are interested in entertainment like television, the radio, and music, especially classical music. So, if we entertain the theory of them speaking in colors, what would happen if you put a TV in front of them? Just put a TV on a static channel, they could perchance show you what they see. Maybe you can read their mind. Maybe they can communicate with you through images if they speak in colors. Remember the trimmings reacted to the radio? They enjoyed it? Yes. We talked about the hive mind earlier, that, everything is connected. During testing with V1's interaction with the television, notable interference was detected with other electronics. V1 also spoke out loud several times. Exactly, if they speak in colors. Mix something, hold on. It says NMX, there's a code there. KM something, and then there's a 0082, it seems like. Wait, we saw the reflection, right? If you check the reflection, hold on. The reflection says MX something. I think I saw some figures. I think I see something. Mimic. That's a mimic. And you have different Vita Carnises, right? It's in reverse. Hold on. We're gonna do the job and reverse this entire thing right now, chat. So I managed to reverse the video, and this is what it sounds like in reverse. Suffer. This is it. Progress revealed. I heard, this is it, progress revealed. So they know, right? they basically know everything that we have been doing on them since they understand it, right? Since they understand us.
They travel.
Do you think that they are communicating all of the knowledge that we have gained from Season 1 to this part? Is basically, they're leaking it. They're leaking all of the scientific research, all of the data. Since there are a hive mind, right? Vita Carnis is a hive mind. They speak through audio waves. So right now, they are literally doxing the entire government and basically telling it to everyone, right?
Up to 28,000 kilometers per hour.
So that means that they're way smarter now. Like, we are playing on an even battlefield. Last day before representatives arrived, after multiple tests with each singularity, we were able to find out each other's personality. V1, neutral in expressing itself, engages with personnel minimally as possible. Only shows interest with electronics and testing. V2, curious in nature, asks questions often, descriptive in its wording, eager to engage in testing. So there are multiple personalities inside the orbs. V3, more active, engages with personnel in a detached manner, rather than a one-on-one, engages minimally with personnel. So you have multiple personalities inside of this cube. Actively engages with personnel, curious about the personnel and what they are testing, prefers questions us rather than conducting tests, okay? V5, more expressive out loud than the other singularities. Although it speaks often only out loud to self, has yet to communicate with personnel. So thinking out loud. Rarely engages out loud, only with incoherent noises, doesn't acknowledge personnel, minimum engagement with testing. Least active singularity has shown minimal engagement with all activities except electronics, only engages with other singularities. UN representatives arrive.
This is our main observation room, where we conduct much of the testing on the singularities. As you can see, we are still performing tests. We've learned much from the entities, and if we were to have your support, we can continue our work here. I am sure we can...
Again, it's gonna go crazy again. It's gonna freak out. It's gonna freak out again. Uh-oh. You made it angry. You made it angry.
Tampering with the microphone and the monitors.
There has been much learned in our time together. I agree with Dr. Trados. If we continue, I am sure this union will benefit all. Symbiosis, we join together. Let us sow seeds and watch what grows. Divine purpose. Let us show you. Let us guide the way. Join us. Join us. Join us. Join us.
Oh my god, I was right. I was so right. I was spot on. I was so right. I was right on the money. I was spot on, chat. Darian, you cooked. You cooked once again. Oh my god. So, for my understanding, the hive mind wants us all to become mimics so we can join the food chain, right? Because right now, as we know it, we eat crawl, and we kinda eat trimmings, and mimics eat us, and then we are eaten by the trap thingy, and then we have the monarchs, or what they're called, that doesn't really do that much. So basically they want us all to become Vita Carnis. Let us all become mimics. Let us all join the food cycle. Let us all become one. Symbiosis, as they said. They aren't trying to get Carcass to become mimic. They're trying to make them join them as they work together. But what is the greater purpose then? If the Vita Carnis and the human race work together, what are they trying to achieve? Like, is there a a common enemy, a bigger enemy? Maybe we're gonna have to find that out in the next episode.
I can do this. Okay. I've got everything I need. Oh, gun in hand. It's time to go.
This is gonna be a good one. This is gonna be a good one, Chad. A lot of you... 1990... Wait, that's my birth year. 1995 is my birth year. I have a request. One of the researchers I know has been messing up their progress reports. I know he would miss a few since he got approved for one of his field projects, but it has been 4 months. I know it isn't my place to ask you of this, but I am worried. I wouldn't ask you if I wasn't sure something was wrong. I found out where he was researching. Unfortunately, you know the area well. I will send you the information that I have. So one of the researchers is doing research that he's not supposed to research? Farron Bones, right?
Log part 2, I guess. Before the final stage in a mimic's life cycle, it's even harder to get clear results. The humanoids we get hide mainly in plain sight in clothes. They also rely more on their vocal skills than their previous stage.
Yeah?
They use words to lure in people closer, although the extent of their vocabulary is very limited.
Yeah.
Only speak in small sentences for luring. A fun fact, mimics have been found to speak different languages depending on where they come from.
Yeah, because they learn it, right?
Anyways, and for the elders, we
elders.
haven't found any.
What is elder? What is an elder?
Sightings, fewer pictures, and only one clear one. The only info we have are from that one they killed years ago. Other than that, we are completely clueless.
What is an elder? An elder mimic?
Personal log. It finally happened. I got permission and some equipment to go out in the field. It's not much, but I can definitely work with this.
Uh-huh.
I've got sensors, cameras, and even some stuff I whipped up.
So what's your plan?
I'm heading to the location now to set it all up. No one else wanted to help, but that's fair for what I've got planned. I'll make another log once I've got everything set up. And log.
End log. Okay. Footage was recovered from Farron's... Footage was recovered from Wait, so did Farron die? Wait. Footage was recovered from Farron's personal recorder. So did he die?
Okay, everything is now finished up. I have some of the equipment at this main door. Motion sensors and the camera pointed right down here. It's not much, it's not pretty, but it will work.
It's gonna do the job, right? This kind of gives me Mandela Catalog vibes with like the hallway.
Other rooms as well. Basically some nanny cam set up to record when motion is detected. And down there is main base. And here is where I will be staying.
In the bath? Why the
force the door, just in case.
Oh shit,
It's
okay.
messy, but it should work. It has a barricade as well.
Oh, smart.
If worse comes to worse, I'm not completely defenseless.
Yeah, you know, bathroom would actually be the best way, yeah.
Lights have set up to light up when one of the motion sensors gets triggered.
That's
so I can
smart.
know which room they are in.
It's very primitive, but it's smart.
I've got rations of energy bars and water that will last me the 20-day period. The water doesn't fully work. The toilet does, though. Very thankful for that. Anyways, I guess I should go ahead and should do my job. Audio log, day 1. Everything is now in place and testing has begun. My activity setting up in this household has for sure drawn the desired attention. I made sure to make it look as if I have not left the house. Based on the location, I'm certain I'm in at least one mimic's territory.
Oh.
Set up sensors in several places in the house where I'm sure there's likely to be activity.
Do we have like 10 cameras?
The side door, basement stairs, the living room, bedrooms 1 and 2 and their closets, the kitchen.
Yes, like 10 cameras.
And just outside the basement bathroom.
So you can get it from every single angle. But what's his purpose? What's the purpose of this research?
It will also turn on a light on my panel to show me where in the house the activity is. I also have a monitor set up in one of the bedrooms so I may hear what's going on. Now all that's left to do is
that reminds me of Toy Story.
And the vlog.
That's like one of the old ones. One of the old, like, what is it, the baby monitors from Toy Story.
I also end this one as well. I'll return for day 2. Day 2. It's around 8 in the morning. Nothing on the panel yet.
So, what, are you just staying? Oh, you got, okay.
Yeah.
Just sitting there for 20 hours? 20 days?
Mimics know I haven't left. No one else in the neighborhood, so this is the most interesting thing going on. Just gotta be patient.
Okay. So, is this...
Oh my god, I grabbed this as fast as I could to record. The front entrance light turned on, then moved into the hall. It's day 3, just barely. It's about
so
2
midnight.
in the morning.
Yeah.
They haven't moved too much.
But at least they're inside. Like, they have infiltrated the house, right?
Wow. Now they're in the living room.
Okay. And...
main bedroom.
So if they go to the bottom one, does that mean that they're near him?
It's looking around. It's going to the second. Oh, never mind. Back into the living room. I'm going to see if I can listen in.
Oh, I can hear knocking. I can hear footsteps.
It stopped.
It probably heard you connecting. It heard you connecting the radio, right? When you turn it on, there's like interference, right? So they hear you turn it on, and that's the reason why they stop moving.
It stopped.
This is a very different episode from all the other ones we have seen so far.
I'm back. It's been 2 hours. Nothing has triggered on the sensors. That means it hasn't moved. It probably hid.
Yeah.
I'm a bit suspicious. Why hasn't it moved at all?
Maybe it found a closet? Maybe it found a closet and just decided to wait there?
Doesn't make any sound. Something else?
What if it knows? What if it knows the game that we're playing and waits until we make a move before the mimic makes a move, right?
It's been another 2 hours. Nothing has happened. I'm worried I accidentally scared it off. Or it's not even a mimic. I'm going to do something stupid. Okay,
you're not gonna...
I'm going to go and check what happened.
Dude! That's how you die? That's how...
Go slowly.
My brother in Christ, that's how you die, right? If you start an experiment where you basically place yourself in a... If you place yourself in the middle of the woods, in the middle of a house, and you wait for monsters to appear, and on the 3rd day you'd be like, you know what? I haven't seen any progress. Let's go out of here. The monsters are gonna be right in front of the door, and you are gonna die. This is the worst possible way to deal with this. What you do is you wait like a couple hours, or you wait until you're done. You get the extraction team, you get the hell out of there, you continue your research in safe spaces. You don't just leave this. He's done. F in the chat, everybody. He's cooked. He's cooked.
Okay. Here we go. Gun.
Oh, yeah, just in case, guys. Keep it safe. Gotta keep the blicky. He's cooked. I'm gonna give him 30 seconds. 30. Ah! The mimic knows. The mimic knows he's here now. Oh my god. The mimic knows. Ah, night. Wait, he kind of looks like, what's that one meme? What's that one meme with that like one tooth emoji? Hold on, can I find that real quick? Why does bro straight up look? What is he? What does he look like? That's literally how the mimic looks, Chad. This is me before the mimic. This is me after the mimic. Holy shit, dude. That is honestly so stupid. Oh. Do you think he's gonna survive now? No, I don't think so. The Mimic knows where his quarters are. So he's done.
Audio log, day 3, so I thought about this.
What do you think about?
I need to abort mission. I'm not prepared for this.
I told you.
Out.
I told you.
It turns out I have lured an elder variant to me. Even worse, it knows where I am. It hasn't come to me yet. The light from the front door triggers every so often, so I know for sure it's just waiting.
Just chilling.
I think it realized it was being watched, so it moved so slowly that the sensors didn't pick up its movement. I think it spent the 4 hours crawling its way to my position.
4 hours crawling?
I surely startled it. I may play this cautiously and leave. Best I can do is wait. At least I think I should wait. I need to keep quiet to make it think I'll last.
You gotta wait the 20 days. You got resources. You gotta wait the 20 days. The Mimic is a hunter. If you leave,
Day 6.
You die.
7 at night. It's been really quiet. The light panel showed that it stopped moving at the front yesterday. It could be that it left, but I know better. But still, what choice do I have? I have the rations to last a while, and I made sure before I started that in 20 days, HQ will send some people to come get me.
Okay, hold on. Backtrack for a moment. He has resources for 20 days. He was accepted to make this to do this mission for 20 days. He just verified that the squad HQ will send in a rescue squad after 20 days. Why are you trying to leave so early? Because if you try to abort mission now, Mimic kill you, you die. You might be bored, you might go a little bit insane if you're sitting there for 20 days, but at least you know that there's a higher survival chance when HQ sends in the rescue squad instead of a goofy little scientist trying to like run out of this place here. Did you guys forget that we're watching the tape, right? Like, this is the tape from his personal recorder. This is the tape from his personal recorder, chat.
I'm just gonna keep waiting.
Considering he's a scientist, he's kind of stupid. Right? Am I off?
Did you know?
Mr. Beast challenger mentality 100%.
The cultists worship them. Believe they are God's ultimate warriors, earning their role as the perfect killing machine. Man, what have I gotten myself into?
Don't leave, dude. Just...
Day 9. No movement detected. I think it's time. I can't keep staying here. I'm beginning to lose it. I need to leave. I gather my stuff and leave. I need to be careful.
It's right in front of the door. It's right in front. Right in front.
I can do this. Okay.
10 seconds from now, he's dead.
I've got everything
10.
I need. Oh, gun in hand. It's time to go.
I don't know what I was oh my god, dude. I don't know what I was Jesus. Man, considering you have seen next to no movement on the front door, that means that this Mimic here has spent 4 days slowly moving towards this door to be right in front of your face. This guy here is not trying to kill you. He is playing. It is playing with its food, right? He knows that dinner is right around the corner inside. He's just waiting for the scientist to be like, so we can get an easy snack, right? Isn't it something like, you know, hunters, they live for the thrill of the hunt, right? If you just stand right there, be like, Mimic, eat me, they're not gonna eat, right? Because they need the thrill of the hunt in order to like survive, you know, dopamine, cycle of life and everything, right? So that's the reason why the Mimic is playing with its food right now, in order to basically satisfy that hunting instinct.
Oh, gun in hand. It's time to go.
So what now? What now, buddy? Next time you open the door, you cooked.
Day 11. It's still out there.
How do you know?
I know he is. I'm terrified to even breathe. Why hasn't he come to kill me? I'm trapped.
He's playing. He's playing with his food. Oh, he's going crazy. Oh. That's what I'm saying. The mimic is playing with the food.
Please stop. I can't.
What day are we at? 12? 13? 14? 14?
It's been 16 days.
4 more. 4 more.
But I don't care anymore. I don't care anymore. I need out. If I go out, guns blazing, I could scare it at least. Or maybe even kill it. Then I just run.
4 days more.
As fast as I can.
4 days more.
Possibly make it out. Then I...
Oh no! Oh no! 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 Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Nay! Nay!
Day 17. I should have ran. I hit it. Right in the face. Nearly point blank. I heard him scream, then...
Why didn't you run?
Silence.
Why didn't you run?
I know I didn't kill it. The lights indicate that it's waiting by the stairs. But that was the perfect time. It was hurt and I could have ran. But I stayed and now he's pissed. Oh, I heard stuff.
You think they're gonna break down the door? Do you think he's gonna break down?
He heard me. He knew I was going to run. I need to hold down until day 20.
Yeah?
They will help me.
Like I said, like I told you.
I'm safe.
Ah, he's back. Day 19. I'm gonna give you guys a wild prediction right now. What if we get to day 20? Oh, hold on. He's gonna hear like a lot of rummaging. A rummaging outside, like, you know, like punches, gunshots, and so on. And then he's gonna hear the walkie-talkies, the rescue team be like, shh, safe and sound, you can get out now. And when he opens the door, the mimic is gonna sit there like... The mimic is gonna sit there and just wait for him, dude. He's so done. He's so done, man.
Day 20. It's still quiet. Food is getting close to running out, but it's okay. But they are coming for me.
Right?
I know they are.
Right?
Today's the day. Today I'm free. Day 22. They didn't come for me. I waited and waited. I don't know why, but they didn't. I thought I was going to wait this out, but I've no chance now. He knew. Now he's the one who's waiting. He's
Open the door, embrace him. Open the door and give him a kiss on the cheeks, dude. Just, it's your moment. You have waited for this.
It's been 28 days. Food has run out. I know, now. I know. I was too dumb to realize. But I have it figured out. They sent me here to die.
To do the research, right?
They did. But I don't think they knew that I would figure it out eventually. I've hid this video recorder so that if they do come, they won't find it.
But they found it.
Someone will. I will leave one last audio log for them. Audio log? It's been 28 days. Hope's lost. He waits for me now. He will claim his kill soon, probably. Probably hears me right now. But I know now. I'm ready. I know he knows. This is it. There you are.
He waited 28 days for one single snack. I understand the hype now. I understand why people went crazy for this. I don't know if we can show this, guys. Holy shit. The camcorder was hidden under the sink next to Farron's body. None of his equipment or supplies shown in the footage were present. Oh my god, this is brutal. This is gruesome. I am sorry to say things are much more dire than expected. Be careful. Dude, I love this episode. This was way different from what they usually did. Like, what we have seen so far has mostly been like, you know, like audio logs, like recordings, basically like CGI recordings, like things made on the computer, right? But this was like actual recordings. Dude, I love that. So it's just a matter of time before we get more videos. I know this is like 4 weeks ago, but I want to at least check the plush promo. I didn't get it, unfortunately, but it's probably gonna add more to the universe, right? Or there's gonna be like a good jump scare inside of it. Hello. I remember the last...
That's right. We are interrupting our regular schedule to bring you the Elder Mimic plushie. Look at him. He's just a little guy.
He's just a little goober. He's a... Ah, don't shoot him!
Only available for a limited time, so go to makeshift.com or link in the description to get one. Look at his face glows in the dark too.
Whoa!
Yes, buy more.
Whoa!
Yes, give me money.
Money!
Money!
Yes!
Mine,
money!
my material
Money! I want money! I love money! Money! Give me money! I love that he did the Club Penguin dance. Guys, I love that. It's unfortunately too late. It's not... Oh, you will end out like Dr. Baron Drones? Guys, I don't want to be a chicken wing. No!
Did you know in harvesters that both of the venoms they inject are lethal and your brain shuts down?
So you feel your entire body rotting away. Oh no! Oh no! They're injecting him! They're injecting him with the venom! I don't know how much time I have. I think they are beginning to realize what I am doing. I have sent over one last package containing anything I thought looked important. If I don't contact you again, assume the worst. I know how hard it is to combat this alone again, but I don't think we have a choice. You figured it out before. You can do it again before it's too late. Good luck, B. That's like my birth year, 1995. Who's B? Carcass, yeah. Classified documents. Is this like the aftermath for what happened in Terminal Rally? Oh! Good start.
Sleeping is the body's way
dude, this is my favorite part. This is my favorite.
It to grow and repair itself. Your brain goes through 4 cycles of sleep.
Oh, and then it's just gone again. Never mind. Harvester bulb now an acceptable size to begin testing. The bulb will be transferred into a specialized holding cell designed for research harvester behavior. The harvester was that one creature where if you stepped foot on it, it would paralyze you and literally, like, you know, use enzymes to absorb you, right? After the capture of the Neutrine cult at Facility 0 and the securing of the entities, Team Alpha, Beta, and Gamma did a sweep of the facility. That was probably the facility of the end of Season 1 where they found like the big orb. Gamma did a sweep of the facilities. Contained within were multiple items that were deemed of interest. 2 of these items were a living impendium Carnis, host of influence, and a collection of different types of powders. What would the powders do? Like poison? Study of the powders led to classification of the 3 distant substances: vial of host spores, vial of nutrients, flower enhancer. There were like an episode of like some sort of taste enhancer, right? Wasn't it that they would like ground up? Oh, I don't remember it entirely. It was something like they would ground up some of the trimmings. They would use the trimmings as a flavor enhancer. The host of influence has captured and Whoa, wait, what is that even? A host of influence. It looks like a mannequin almost. The host of influence was captured and contained at the Carcass facility for research purposes. The goal being to understand the nature of the host as well and use the powers of the 3 powders to the Nutrier cult? I haven't seen the host before. This is like a new creature, right? A host of influence. I remember like the classification of the different like creatures, but I haven't seen the host before. Test report, spore exposure and its effects. The host would be placed in a modified cell that would have ventilation holes to another cell. A test subject would be placed in the opposing cell and be exposed to the expelled spores. What would happen then? The subject will then be decontaminated and quarantined to monitor behaviors. Once the symptoms subside, the subject will give a vocal... Guys, I can't read. Once the symptoms subside, the subject will give a vocal and written report of the effects that they felt while under the influence. Reports for the tests are as follows.
Poisonous sting cells have hollow barbs to stun and eventually kill prey.
Is this like
in
what
the first stage, your body begins to relax and your brain activity begins to slow.
I feel like this must just be interference, right? Bulb added to the holding cell. Once it has finished setting in its new environment, we shall start testing. Just the bulb in itself, or... Oh, bulb has reached maturity and is now ready for the next stage of testing. Now that the harvester is large enough, it is possible to sustainably extract the venom from the tendrils. Obtaining the venom in a safe manner will prove to be difficult, given the risk of lethal injection. One method that could be used is to obtain the venom would be to lower a silicone sponge that can be pierced and absorb the injected venom when placed onto the harvester. Wait, are they gonna like try and make a vaccine? During the first test for harvester tendril sensitivity, where we lowered a dummy onto the harvester grounds, but the bulb displayed its efficiency in trapping prey. Oh, it's that. Whoa. Yeah, so there's like, you gotta be like really, really good. We will need to scrap the idea of a silicone sponge, given that the aggressiveness of the harvester and the damage it may cause, leading to potential failure in venom extraction. Oh yeah, but that looks like a glass sculpture, right? You would need something to actually like absorb the venom. I don't know how, I wouldn't say woke is the right word, but I don't know how progressive Carcass is, because they could potentially just use another human or a live animal. I'm not saying that they should, but if they want to get the venom, they could potentially do that. Leto, I thought it said Tito. Oh my dude, what did I say? What did I say? What did I just say? What did I literally just say? Oh, I don't know how progressive Carcass is, but it seems like they need like live beings in order to attract the venom. Exhibit number 8, guys. Tito Duelis is like the Oh my god. Exposure 1. Wait. Oh, this is a different one. Exposure 1. Subject exposed to the spores. Mild irritation displayed when inhaling. The host seems agitated by the presence of the subject, attempting to attack them when given the chance, damaging the barrier. Subject removed from the cell promptly for demonstration. So it's just, oh wow. But what does the host do? Oh my, okay, whoa, okay, he's not okay. The volunteer's not looking too good. Subject quarantined for 36 hours until symptoms subside. The subject under influence waits at the door in a mindless state. So they just stand there for 36 hours straight. What I want to know is like what happens while they're under the influence. Subject symptoms have eased and is now ready for report.
I feel tired and I have aches in my legs and arms. I'm also quite nauseous. Not dizzy, but foggy, if that makes sense. I don't feel too bad overall. The worst I feel is very hungry, thirsty.
His eyes don't look too good, to be honest. Written report. So October 3rd, 1991, Lido Duelis, to the best of your ability, write down any form of visuals, auditory stimulus, or other mental phenomenons that you experienced during your time under the influence. My vision was darkened and blurred, like wearing glasses of the wrong prescription. Sounds were muffled. I felt a heaviness in my mind. It took extra effort to do the actions I thought. Of them. I was filled with a blind need to leave my room. I coughed. I coughed something. Why? Like forgetting why you walked into a room. But instead, it's just forgetting why you are leaving. My ears rang for the entire time. So dementia, blurriness, and what is that? The ear ringing, yeah. So it is actually like being under the influence or being like influenced by someone, I would say. Speaking of being influenced by someone, one moment, guys. Guys, don't worry. Listen, it was just a skinwalker in my walls. He just wanted to ask when rent was due, to be honest. I mean, you guys know that I got like, you know, people and creatures living in my walls, right? He just wanted to know like when he had to pay rent. Wait, is that what the host? Oh, this is what you see when you're under the influence of. Ah!
In the second stage, your heart rate and breathing slow, and your body temperature lowers.
Given no safe options, we're back in 1995 again. Okay, so we're going back between 1991 and 1995. Given no safe options at the time, we resulted in sedating the harvester and manually siphoning out the. Okay, that's actually. I didn't even think about that. That's actually smarter. We resulted in sedating the harvester and manually siphoning out the venom. Venom extracting this way was proven effective. That is the smart way. I thought they were actually gonna use like live human beings in order to like get the poison out. Because now they're in danger, because if the harvester wakes up now, the entire science team is gonna be cooked. We managed to extract 2 millimeters of each venom from a total of 5 spines each. The paralysis venom left, and the abundant left is more abundant in each spine. Wait, what? The paralysis venom on the left side is more abundant in each spine than the anti-colloquial. Oh, so the paralysis is the one that, you know, makes you unable to escape, and the anti-colloquial thingy is like the one that gives you blood clots, right? Exposure 2. Subject again experienced agitation. The host still displayed aggression, but appears less irritated? Subject quarantined while still displaying mindlessness. The subject was greatly distressed by their containment. While initially concerned, the symptoms again eased. So the host is making them more and more aggressive in the end.
I'm much more,
He doesn't look good.
I'm exhausted now.
He doesn't look good.
My joints feel tight, and my muscles as well. There's a slight tremor in my fingers. I'm very disoriented, and my head is pounding.
I don't feel like he should keep on going, because next time he's actually gonna die.
Seeing silhouettes, and my vision is, I don't know, like if you looked at a light for too long and it gets burned into your vision. I'm getting better though. I think I should be fine to continue.
I don't feel like it. I mean, next time it's something bad is gonna happen. I don't really... Written report. Oh, it's gonna get worse. So that is literally... Is that the day after? Hold on. October 3rd, and then we have October 7th, right? So it's about like a little week. My eyes hurt. Everything was out of focus. I was dark. I was seeing flashes of light just out of sight. The ringing was too loud. I thought I heard something. I thought the ringing drowned out most of the noise. I don't remember anything I did but being woken up again, just trying to opt out. I need to get... Oh, wait, what? I need to get out. I couldn't tell the ringing drowned out most noise. I can't remember anything I did after being locked up again. Just trying to get out. Get out. Oh my god. So he's locked inside, he can't get out? I want to know what's the documentary about with the brain that we see.
In the third stage, your body should now be almost fully relaxed.
So sleeping. It's a documentary about sleeping. Production of the Venom vials have been greatly successful. We have a consistent supply of each Venom being extracted. Exposure 3. Subject displays unusual symptoms. The host appears to have mellowed out and has displayed curiosity for the subject. While in the middle of quarantine, the subject began hitting themselves against the wall in a means to escape. The subject was swiftly detained and restrained to prevent further harm. After the effects were off, the subject assured that they are willing to continue the test. They must either get like a massive paycheck or their life is gonna be screwed if they stop right here for them to continue. He's not good.
It feels...
He's not good.
Numb. Like pressure. It's not bad.
Your head.
It doesn't hurt. I don't think so, at least. I remember something. I can't pin it though. Like remembering a dream. It was bright. It was nice.
It was bliss.
Felt important.
It's gonna be incoherent. Oh yeah, his handwriting gets even more worse. Like the first time we saw the handwriting, it was actually kind of fine, and then it gets like a little bit more wiggly, and now it's like almost, this is like my handwriting. I seen figures dance in the dark. I want to catch them. Why were they there? What did they want to say to me? I couldn't hear the whispers. So much ringing. I need to know why I need to know what they said. Why did they need me? Why was I called? But that is 100% the host influence. But what is the host trying to achieve? And this was like, this is almost like a little week, like 4 days after being exposed for the second time.
And finally, in stage 4,
you sleep.
Something strange happens. Brain activity begins to pick up again, and your eyes begin to rapidly move. This stage is called rapid eye movement sleep.
Oh, so it is just
REM
sleeping.
sleep.
Yeah, REM.
REM sleep is believed to be your brain working on cognitive function, learning, and memory. This stage also has the most likely chance you will dream.
We can conclude that harvester tendrils will not be triggered by trimming test subjects, while we could conclude that other members of the Vita Carnis may also share this protection. More testing is required. Exposure number 4. Significant findings during exposure. The spores emitted from the host now have a distinct red hue instead of its usual orange appearance. The host displayed mellow behavior. It's gonna happen, dude. It's gonna happen. I don't know what's gonna happen, but something is. Subject was restrained to their bed to prevent any harm that they may do to themselves. Despite this, the subject tries to resist their restraints while under influence. But is that what the host does? It basically makes you wanna, like, not be here anymore? But that wouldn't make sense because the Vita Carnis... Oh...
I see it. It is dark, but a light so beautiful. I devote myself to the great truth, to stray from darkness and meet the light. For wonder and wisdom, I serve my Lord. I serve my Lord!
This is how they made the cult! This is how they made the cult!
I serve my Lord!
This was how the cult was formed. Given the clear mental strain of the subject, testing has been halted indefinitely. At the end of Season 1, you had the cult at the end in the facility, where you had like the big red orb. The host of influence was what basically conjured or made the cult.
But what are dreams?
I don't know. Dreams are just like your brain working on overtime, right?
Hey, why am I tied up?
It's Gmod.
What's going on?
It looks like Gmod almost.
Hey!
Sit still, Bruce. It's all right.
Dr. Trados, why am I here?
Calm yourself. We're just going to ask a few questions. The restraints are just a precaution.
What?
Relax.
Okay.
So, Bruce Phoenix, you are the manager in our files department, is that correct?
Yes.
What would you say you do?
Organize documents. Reports. Tapes. Files. Mainly with our experimentation unit.
The jig is up. He's been exposed. They know what he did.
The reason I ask is because I believe there have been some issues recently with your department. Have you noticed anything?
No. I don't think so.
Really? Nothing at all?
No. It seems to be in order to me. Why?
Well, I ask because we had a look through our documentation
and they found the leak.
Some inconsistencies.
Like what, sir?
We noticed that there has been some tampering with some particular documents. Classified documents. Nothing too big, but it seems someone's been covering some things up. Well, you are the head of that department, so we thought you would know something. Are you sure you don't know anything?
Because he was the one who caused it. He was the one that's covering it up.
I'm sure too. You know, loyalty is an important part of how we work here. We handle some important things, classified things, things we don't want getting into the wrong hands. So when we find out that someone has been smuggling documents behind our back, it is awfully concerning.
Yeah.
Especially when that person
is the head of security.
Is lying
right to my face.
Yeah, they know.
Not mine, sir.
Stop.
Especially when we have them on video. Which leads me to ask, why are you taking tapes out?
I can explain. I was just... Stop!
What, stop, what?
I don't need to know what you were doing with them, but I do need to know one thing. Who are you sending them to?
No one!
Who are you sending
Someone.
them to?
Please, sir, listen! I was just organizing them and I had to move them!
Who are you in contact with?
Marshall, please! I'm not lying!
We are past that, Bruce. Why do you think this was acceptable? What you were doing threatens national security. You are actively threatening the progress of the human species.
No! I'm trying
Wait.
to save the human species. What
Wait.
you're doing here is wrong.
Wait.
Things. They have brainwashed you. They are messing with your judgment. Safety protocols, basic
I think I know.
reckless experiments.
I think I know what's going on.
Progress. This is madness. You're becoming like those monsters who worship them. Please, Marshall. We need to stop.
I'll ask one last time. Who are you contacting?
Never. I'm done. I won't be a part of this.
It's too late for that. It's too late. You're gonna get executed. You're getting executed.
Cut the cameras.
Bah! There we go. There we go. Either they're gonna send one of the Carnis into the room or they're gonna execute him by gunshot. Just wait for it. Come.
Have you watched some of the tapes of the experiments we do?
Oh, wait! Holy... Bruce has been... Man, Bruce has been leaking the documents to us, the viewers, us watching right now. What we have been watching in Season 2 has all been leaked documents by Bruce. Oh no!
It's interesting, some of the things in there. Did you know in harvesters that both of the venoms they inject are lethal?
So even the paralysis?
The doesn't just block the nerve signals, it directly attacks each nerve, causing sudden paralysis in muscles, moving deeper into your vitals. But for each nerve that dies, you feel every single thing.
Oh shit!
But all you can do is sit in silence as your nerves burn away until
nothing.
Your heart stops beating, your lungs stop breathing, and your brain shuts down.
So you feel your entire body rotting away.
Sir, what is unfortunate indeed. Sir, please.
Oh no! Oh no! They're injecting him! They're injecting him with the venom! It's over. It's over for Bruce. Written report. Oh, this is the last written report we have, right? He's here. I can't read. It's not me. Something not me. Can I get an absolute cinema in the comment section, everybody? This must have been one of the coolest episodes I've seen so far. My theory for about this scene here where Bruce is like being confronted by, what is it, Marshall? I think they're trying to like make enhanced human beings. I'm not really sure if the sentence here, like, have you watched some of the tapes of the experiments you do? I thought for a second that they were talking to us, the viewer. So maybe my theory on that is not like entirely true. What I think is, for the reason for all of these experiments that we see is basically that they are trying to make some sort of like enhanced human being. Because it sounds like they're not trying to make an antidote. I thought that was what they were gonna try out first, because you saw like the different venoms and so on. But it sounds like they are like really keeping a close look on the different Vita Carnis species in order to see, can we use those to like enhance us as humans. We know we can eat the trimmings. We know we can keep the small things as a friend. No, it's not. Is it the trimmings? There's something, the rot. It's not the rot. You keep the trimmings as a friend, and then like the small, the red vines, basically, you can eat those and use that as a flavor enhancer. And then how can we use the other Vita Carnis species to either make life easier or enhance us as a human being? What if all of this that we have seen in season 2 is just leaked footage from Bruce or for some of the scientists? What if we're not like, what if this is just not like a show? Like all of this is like being fed to us by Bruce. And now when Bruce is gone, what is the next episode gonna be like? Are we gonna see another scientist getting some kind of like problem with like another Vita Carnis species? Or do we actually have more leaked footage that's gonna come our way? Before we end off the video, I just checked out the description and we have a video right here that's in like a different language. I don't really... Does this mean anything? I'm gonna open this up in a new tab real quick. Maybe it's like a different language, like translate. I'm not a huge fan of ChatGPT, right? But they're actually coming in clutch right here. Oh my god. So they used like a Caesar cipher and that changed it to something to something. And when they change that around, it doesn't really do anything. They are really trying to do everything in their way to like... In summary, it's likely some sort of substitution cipher or encoded message, but I need more context. Oh, do we have comments? We do have comments. Hold on. Title right here. Title translation. Futile attempts to overcome. I should just read the comments instead, actually. We're gonna check this real quick. Futile attempts to overcome. What the Oh my god, that is straight up horrifying. This image here, that's nightmare fuel. Is this what you see when you get injected with the venom? This is what you see before you just bleed away? Before your entire nervous system is just like burned like away. So we just got the season 2 finale to Vita Carnis, and I believe it has been 4 months since we saw the last episode. So I'm actually so excited to check this out and see where the story actually goes. So right now, we're gonna check out Vita Carnis Necrotic Wound by Darian Quilloy. This video talks about and shows imagery of graphic content like flashing lights, gore, violence, and viewers' discretion is advised. So the last episode, one of the reporters got...
along the west coast have become inaccessible.
As protests cool off, production has returned back to its original profit.
Tonight's winner is Chongala?
Nationwide air quality alerts as smoke begins to spread.
Oh wait, is that a trimming? Wait, what even?
Sightings of migration.
What the hell even is that? Oh my god! Mimic sighting. Mimic. So the facility that we're watching in this season here, new log, is basically breaking down. Last of Bruce's collection. Carcass. Reports, progress report, summary sheet. 1995-0620. The following statistics of the summary of this month's experimentation progress and results. So scan deer, crawl DNA samples, abnormal classified. Ingivis, trimming sample fit to meat snake, negative rejected sample. Trimming containment with starved mimic, negative, no reaction. Trimming contaminated with harvester, negative, no reaction. Meat snake skin sample testing, positive. Prolonged temp resistance. Mimic competition environment, negative, no display of opposition. Host spore prolonged exposure, still in progress. Carnis latent abilities, positive. Carnis connected hive mind, negative. Written reports of each of the experiments and details attached to file. Oh, I like the soundtrack. So all of these are the ongoing investigations. We have multiple people, it seems like. Those are probably last names. There are last names, and then we have general that is like ongoing and what is not ongoing at the moment. I kind of like the mimic one, the mimic competition environment, where it seems like you have two mimics that is basically matched up against each other, but as they say, there is no interest in them. Alpha Team Leader Post Raid of Facility 0, 1991.
I was tasked with leading the Alpha Team into Facility 0 and capturing multiple items of interest. The mission was a success. All items accounted for, only hostile casualties.
Gianni?
Once the area and the prisoners were secured, we were extracted.
Gianni?
Something wasn't right.
Gianni!
The mission went smoothly.
It is Gianni!
Smooth. There were powerful people in there. Some seriously important people, but there were less than a dozen armed guards in the entire facility. It was also convenient. The single harvester pressure point and the team staying farther apart to avoid monolith detection, those make some sense. But why only a handful of guards? Why was it so easy?
Because it was made on purpose. It was a trap, it was a setup. I like the fact that he got Gianni. That he literally got Gianni in this. Generalized Facility Upkeep and Maintenance Report, 1995 again. The following updates are the notes of the overall significant occurrences and a facility expansion. Increased frequency of seismic activity around the Carcass facilities and Facility 0. Population of wild Carnis species gathering around the Carcass facility, still increasing. Facility expansion for the experimentation and assembly stage 2, suggested by the singularities. Notable performance decline in specific facilities. Members alerted by singularities. More terminations suggested. Recommended building maintenance inspected delayed about 3 months. Recommend building maintenance inspection delayed by 3 months. So we have, like I was trying to say earlier, our facility that has been the focus of Season 2 is now overran by different entities, right? As there's a population of wild Carnis species gathering around the Carcass facility, still increasing. But that is because they are housing the different Carnis species, right? They're housing all of the different test subjects. And even we saw that in the last episode, they have like a new form of like species in it, which is why they're probably gathering in here. And again, I love the fact he got Gianni. That he got the guy from Ultra Kill is in here. Weaver Satellite. Wait, what was that Weaver Satellite again? We have Foil Coil, Crawl Carnister, Spectrum Funnel, and something about kilometers an hour. That's a Weaver Satellite. We have Crawl Cable Intake Adapter, Mapping Node, Cable Input, Total Stabilizers, and Crawl Feed Port. Gateway. Wait, what are they building? Are they building a gateway to another dimension or another place? Exhaust, keystone ignition, main info dock, cables, density field. What are they building a gateway for? The keystone, frequency output, focal path nodes, crawl, amplifier coil. What are they building? Dear Dr. Marshall Trados, it has come to our attention that you have managed to achieve something great. We understand that our previous interactions have not been ideal. We are willing to move past our conflicting past and move forward and fight in light of this new achievement. And what an achievement it is indeed. Your facility managed to do what we have spent the eternity of our assembly's lifetime dedicated to in a matter of just 2 years. We have underestimated you yet again. We understand that you have had the honor of communicating to the entities themselves. How blessed you are to be in the presence of such greatness. You have seen it too, haven't you? They have shown their divine will, the great plan. We know you are assisting them in the construction of their tools, and we would be honored to give our full, complete support and fidelity, for we both now follow the will of the Master. We are happy to once again work towards this common goal together. For wonder and wisdom, we serve our Lord. I remember the triangle. The triangle is the organization. We saw that in the previous season, where the Triangle Company was the same that made the Crawl sprinkles, so you could eat the Crawl basically. We have the Trimmings. The Crawl is the little guy. The Trimmings is basically what they could eat by putting sprinkles on it. But we did have some sort of mind control. Some of the higher beings can actually take over and use some sort of mind control. So it seems like the person who addressed this letter to Marshall has been controlled or is under the control of these beings here, the Carnis. So they are basically controlling them, forcing them to agree to build this gateway that they're making. For wonder and wisdom, we serve our Lord. But who is our Lord? Is it the sphere? Is it the guy who was on the last episode who was like inside the glass enclosure? Or could it be a higher being? We do have like, at the Circle of Life, we have the evolution of all of the Carnis, the Trimmings, the Harvester, the Mimic, and so on. And then we do have the Monolith, which is like the higher ones that are standing outside. Could they be the one that are controlling this, or is it something else? New log. Destroy Carcass. So they're covering their tracks. They're definitely covering their tracks. Infiltrated circuit. What has been infiltrated? Terminated employees. I don't remember. Baron, Bruce, and Minera. Recommended terminations. Wrote, found, huh? Wait, what does that mean? As terminations continue, we will need to bring in replacements to compensate for the expansion project. List of the most recent new hires to replace terminated employees is Presley Harris, Nutria member, Crawl caretaker, Trimming caretaker, Snake, Meat Snake caretaker, File manager, Data engineer, and Enclosure caretaker. Osman, Christopher, Edna, Sean, Dell, Edgar, Felberta, Grayson, and Presley. But are they just gonna take the fall for it? Signs of gas leak. Detector results negative. Bring in inspector. New batch of volunteers for human trials. Updating main database software. Bring in new data engineer. Radio contact to facility 0 remains out of commission. Bring in technician. So we're talking about inspector, technician, engineer. That's what they need. And new batch of volunteers for human trials. Infiltrating Carcass. So is this a reporter? All one. Storage entrance. But why are they just moving on their own? Wasn't that supposed to be a reporter? Why are they just doing that? They also didn't have a lab coat on. So they're just exploring the entire facility on their own? File storage. They're snooping. They're trying to find secrets in here. That's a big problem, actually. But that means that they know that something is going wrong in here since they're exploring. So that was the part of destroy Carcass. But why are they going the opposite direction? But that means even the server infrastructure, everything that is in here in this facility, will now be gone forever. Oh, you're locked in. That sucks.
Your effort is paid. We see you. We know you.
You had no choice,
didn't you? But I see beyond. I see potential. I look past what is. And look for what can be. We watch you grow and rise. How can I not be fascinated? Why overlook such a choice? And so far, that's all we can see. Just empty promise. The species fails to see. Fails. Courage to be blind. And blindly follows. But you, little above, you have shown us otherwise. You had no chance. But also no choice. Didn't you? You did what had to be done. Taking action. Understand that greatly. Be proud of yourself. We stand out on this side, sharing this curse. I encourage you. But still, you had no chance. We see you. We know you.
We knew you would try.
We counted on it. You're
Blinded by our
grandeur.
Yeah, I remember this guy.
Detach from them. They have used up their worth.
Not like you.
Go now. Your passion has spared you.
Oh shit!
Yes.
We take our leave. As they.
Much to be done. Still. Much.
So the Overlord spared us. The Overlord spared the journalist because they actually took action. They shut down the facility that is holding all of these Vita species, the Carnis species in here. And that means that the ones that are taking control over the mind control are basically proud of them. That we stood up against the facility, that we decided to take action like they mentioned. We're just gonna call them Overlord to make it easier. That was a harvester. Exactly. It's the sphere. It's the sphere that spoke to us.
We are recording here from a safe distance. There appears to be large pillars of smoke rising from the facility. You can hear the emergency alarms ring. You can also hear what sounds like crashing coming from within the building as well. The Carcass facility could have suffered a major malfunction as,
What's that? Wait, that's the... Oh, shit!
Hold on, it appears that several objects have blown out from the smoke. Bright red spots.
They're making the gateway. They're making the gateway, yeah.
More objects on the horizon. Oh god. They're releasing some sort of noise, and the ground is even shaking.
Oh, we're doomed. We're definitely cooked. What? Wait, that's new. I haven't seen that before. That's a new species.
They're leveling everything in their path. The number of casualties are unknown.
Isn't that Evan? Wait, that's... I think... No, Eternal Marcus. Wasn't that Eternal Marcus? That almost sounded like him. It's not gonna do anything. It's not. You're just gonna basically destroy the entire Earth by doing that. That's not gonna do anything. They're gonna stand right up and keep on walking. That's Satan. That's literally just Satan.
Thanks for watching. Tune in next time to explore more of the world's wonders.
Holy shit. So, moral of the story is don't mess with nature, because then we'll just... I knew it was Eternal Marcus! I knew it. I knew it. So, the moral of the story is don't mess with nature, otherwise nature will mess with you and nature will kill you, basically. But what I'm wondering, does this mean that we're dead? Like, is there gonna be a season 3? Or are we, like, completely done now? More, okay, never mind, more to come. Because from what it seems like, when the monolith starts walking in here to the Earth, right? The monolith starts walking in, and then you see there's like a fighter jet that starts to blow it up, right? When the fighter jet basically goes in here, when the fighter jet tries to do it, that means this isn't the entire Earth, this is one section. But what has happened here is essentially hell on Earth. The hive mind, or the orb, or the higher being has simply had enough of the trials, enough of abusing our species, and now they're gonna take the matter into their own hands. So when there is a season 3, I imagine that season 1 was discovery, understanding the Carnis, seeing the different species. Season 2 is trial and error, figuring out what can they do, what can't they do, can we abuse them, can we use them for our system, are they useful? Season 3 is chaos and fighting back. So we're gonna see a lot of war, I imagine. We're gonna see a lot of war footage about the different Vita species trying to take over the entire Earth because they're done playing anymore. They showed themselves to humanity, and humanity decided, oh, you know what, we're just gonna use this for our own good. We're gonna eat it, keep them as pets, we're gonna experiment on them, and then at the end they were like, you know what, we ain't playing around anymore. Boom, bam, kill everyone. I wanna go past the scene again where V1 through V7 basically is talking, because there's a lot of hidden secrets in here. The server is in here, they're locked in, everything locks down. Causing trouble. You meddle with forces beyond your understanding.
Your effort is paid, but we see.
We see you. Who is this? Interprovisional travel production of sensitive material. Wanted by CSI. Vincent Beret. We have date of birth, height, weight, so on, photograph taken. If you have any information concerning this person, please contact your local CSI office telephone and address. But are they actually a journalist, or what happens here to start?
Making sure that everything fits well into the new software.
Sir, there's been progress with communications with Facility 0.
Wait here.
Maybe they are a new hire, because I did see something at the end here that says like reporter 1, 2, and 3, so I thought they were going to be a journalist. I thought they were maybe someone else. But it seems like they are a new hire that then decided to use their position to basically wipe out the entire facility. So we're meddling with things that we don't understand.
We see you. We know you.
We know you, and what is it that we know in here? Family attacked by harvester while hiking. During a family trip, a family of 4 unfortunately encountered a harvester, and after a walk, the young one was struck by the creature. Same for the mother trying to save her son. Both succumbed to their wounds and passed away. A group of students released a nature documentary about the Carcass species, which was seized by authorities. The group called National Living Meal Research, the NLMR, had included various amounts of sensitive material and deformation. Officials have arrested some of the suspects, while other outside sources are still at large. The student claims that they were simply working on the project for fun and didn't know about the extra material. But isn't this all the content that we have seen? Like, this is basically season 1. Like, they're releasing all the confidential information so we can see what's going on here. Here we go. I have a request. One of the researchers I know have been missing their progress reports. I know he would miss a few since he got approval for one of his field projects, but it has been 4 months. I know this isn't my place to ask you of this, but I am worried I wouldn't ask you if I wasn't sure something was wrong. I found out where he was researching. Unfortunately, you know the area well. I will send the information I have. Send the information I have. B. Wasn't B the guy here on the piece of paper? Was it Blair? Could be Vincent Barrera, could be. And this is, oh, Jesus Christ. This is probably, oh, I remember that. Isn't this is from the episode with the scientist that was stuck in his room with the grand mimic, the old mimic, the giant mimic, where he was like stuck in the bathroom. This was what happened afterwards. I don't know how much time I have. I think they're beginning to realize what I'm doing. I have sent over one last package containing everything I thought looked important. If I don't contact you again, assume the worst. I know how hard it is to combat this alone, but I don't think we have a choice. You figured it out before, you can do it again. Before it's too late. Good luck. A piece of paper here, which is sensitive. Scientist found dead. Computer scientist found dead in his trailer by his son late at night. Officials investigating the scene believe that it was a thing we cannot say here.
I see potential. I look past what is and look for what can be. We watch you grow and rise. How can I not be fascinated? Why overlook such promise? And so far, that's all we can see. Just empty promise. The species fails to see. Fails. Craves to die.
There was something here that appeared. Secret World Order. Remember the triangle from the letter earlier that I showed? Here, 1842. The triangle in the bottom. The triangle in the bottom. The New World Order.
Just empty promise. The species fails to see. Fails. Craves to die.
But the New World Order was definitely what we saw in the end of Season 1, because we went into the police, the FBI, a task force went into the building, and then they saw the orb and they saw the cult, basically. So the Secret World Order is essentially the people that is praising the hive mind, that is following everything that the hive mind tells us to do. New flavor enhancer deluxe. Like I said, newly rebranded product from Nutrico is an instant hit with sales records. And this was the trimming sprinkle that we talked about earlier, where they took the trimmings and grounded them up, and then you could use that. You could use this to eat the trimmings, I'm pretty sure. But you, and this is us again, but you, little bug. We have, wait. So it's part of a larger image. Hold on, it's part of a larger host monolith. Here we have the entire thing. Crawl, mimic, harvester. This is basically what solves everything, ties back into the big sphere. We have all of the different people, confidential information about the monolith, the crawl, the trimmings, and it all ties back to that sphere. Meat snakes, crawl. It seems like newspaper clippings, and we saw the flavor enhancer again. So it's probably all the news regarding fatalities. The different Carnis species basically taking care of humans. That's crawl. Trimmings. Trimmings, crawl, meat snake, harvester, mimic, and then the final one. This is the evolution of the Carnis species.
We knew you would try.
Harvester. The others were reckless, you say? We have seen this image before. This is basically the cult, right? This image we have seen without the masked faces in season 1. This person appearing here, I actually don't have any idea. This could be maybe in the last episode, there was a scientist that basically got poisoned. They got infected by the different drugs. Maybe he's the guy who got infected, or the guy who infected him. We're too reckless. This is definitely one of the managers. I believe I've seen his face before.
Blinded by our
we shall take it from here. Detach from them. They have used up their wood.
I want to check these images here, because these are images from the previous episodes. The cow being taken by the sphere, and then we have... this is the prisoner, not the prisoner, this is the scientist that we talked about, right? The scientist being injected by the poison and them screaming in pain in the last episode.
not like you.
Go now. Your passion has spared you. Continue to feed us.
We take our leave. Aspect.
Much to be done. Still, much action to do.
So I believe what all of this means is that the cult is still here. We did see earlier there were signs, there was people talking about destroying Carcass, taking care of Carcass. So I believe that, I mean, Carcass isn't the cult. Carcass is just a facility that is experimenting on the different Vita Carnis species. And the cult controls more things. The cult can do other things. So I believe here that maybe the plan was to empower the orb so they could open the gateway to something else. Basically, trigger the event, right? Trigger the Fortnite event, start the chaos, making sure that we have entire, global annihilation on Earth. That's probably why all the species were gathering near the facility, because we saw earlier in the episode that they said multiple different Vita Carnis species was located near this orb. So the orb was trapped in this facility, and it needed a way out. It needed enough power, and this fire basically was the escape plan. It was the way for the orb to basically gather up enough energy as possible to then break out of the facility and then open the wormhole or start the event. Trigger. I think there's a guy here. I think there's a guy here. Anyways, it was just food delivery. Speaking of food, by the way, we should definitely not eat trimmings. But like I said, this was an escape plan for the cult, the leader, the overlord, to make the orb escape so they can start the Cataclysmic event. So what I believe in the next season, what we're gonna see is basically a war on humans. The entire world basically crumbling down, and I am all for that. That sounds really, really interesting. But for now, check out Darian Quilloy. Subscribe to their channel, watch their content, and maybe in a year or so, maybe in a year and a half, we might get season 3 in the future, or we may get some small things here and there. But for now, check out Darian. Let me know your theories in the comments below. What do you believe this ending of season 2 is? Do we get more information? Is there something else? Am I missing the point entirely? I do want to know. So, as always, leave a like, subscribe to Darian and check out their content as well, and let me know once they upload another video in the future. So, thank you all for watching, and with that said, I will head out.